that's completely filled with these large tubes that seems to be completely to the brim filled with this iridescent green liquid. And on the inside, floating, are giants.
This, if I'm not mistaken,
Totally not a genetics lab.
the place where they force growth upon these creatures.
Interesting. Asteron starts making
Not sure
his
what else
way
it could be.
out
Wait,
to the
hang
lift,
on,
looking at
hang
everything.
on, I have to slow down.
Huh.
I think the best idea is just to run through this floor as quickly as possible and don't look at anything.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna roll a knowledge souls to see
Oh,
what
it's way back here.
what would go into the
Yep, fourth is force growth.
like considering forced growth, how that would be upon the soul.
Yeah, trying to figure out what force growth
Science?
will
What's
do
that?
on a spirit. Yeah, you have no clue. Like, so far that you've encountered them, they seem very, like, almost adolescent. So, I suppose it'd be an adolescent soul.
Mm. Do I see any like notes or anything strewn about? Any desks or?
No, you do not. You see hallways that are large enough for these giants to pass through, though at immediate glance, you see no one there.
Don't see anyone here. I guess we can go through.
Yeah. Just run through here as quickly as we can.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm looking for the next pillar.
Mm.
As you try to locate the next pillar, it's obscured by these towering tubes that obscure complete sight. It's almost like walking through a labyrinth of test tubes, all of them filled to the brim with this green liquid, and each one of them housing their own separate giant.
Are they pillars or are they like up against walls?
They're kind of resting against a base and tilted sideways.
So like, are they,
Diagonal, yeah.
so they're like this and there's like a base, but there's no wall. It's just that.
Right.
Okay, I see
And
what you're
there's
saying.
lines and lines and lines and lines of these things.
Whew. It's interesting. I wonder if I go up to one of the tubes. Is there anything like? Is it just the tube? There's nothing like any clipboards or something for like names or numbers.
Roll a search.
Yeah, 25.
You don't see anything immediate, though after looking over and over, you start to see something similar. Not on the outside itself, but on each of their toes there seems to be a metal plate, which starts off at 0711, and then continues on in numerical order.
So they...
Do you
They've
care
got
to
many
mention
of
this
these.
at all?
They've got a lot of these. I see 711, 700. That's a big number. Don't you guys think so? Like, I wonder, like, are any of these
What
guys...
are you mumbling about now?
Something to myself. Don't worry about it, Riot. Pet your pussy. Come on.
What did we talk about?
Talk about information.
Nothing is
yeah.
not important.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, they're all just numbered. That's it. So look over to Raya, smiling, and then going back. So where else is everything else? Anyone know where the thing is? Anyone make a spot?
Strange question. Can I make a listen?
Yes, you
I
can.
want to know what it sounds like in here.
You hear
Make a
fluttering of wings.
Butterflies. Dang. That could have been a lot better.
You hear
I'll make
Asheron's annoying voice.
Yep, sounds about right.
I'll make a spot check. I'll help out.
So I got a 19 with my spot, Mr. Ash. Anything in terms of, hey, I'm looking for any sort of directions that seem to be saying, hey, pillar, this way.
Wouldn't that be
Nope.
more like a search?
Well, no, I feel like search
No,
would be more
spot
like me
is
going up
visible,
against something.
Search is
Yeah,
physically looking through things.
yeah.
Right.
So both you and Fiona, these tubes are so large that they are literally like you're in a hedge field of horrible, horrible science nonsense.
Hey, Rykor, boost me up.
Riker looks at you, looks at the tubes. The tubes are over 40 feet tall.
For what reason exactly?
I'm gonna try and climb up these tubes and see if I can check the perimeter.
Oh my god.
You're going to try to climb up glass.
Yes. I mean, like, it's kind of at an angle, so I feel like I could probably try and make it. Does anyone else want to volunteer?
I think we should just get going.
I think we should just get going, yes.
Do you guys see which way to go? Because this is a maze.
Yeah, and I think we should start looking.
Yes. So to start looking, let's climb up one of these and look over everything to see where everything is.
If you want to fall and die, be my guest.
Raya? Look over to Raya. You seem to be good at climbing. I saw you climb
I
out of that
also
pit.
have my hands full.
I just put her down. She's unconscious. She's fine. Come on, you're telling me that's a bad idea.
Yes.
Rykor can sit on her. She's not getting up after that. Just climb up the thing and we can see where we are.
Rykor.
To be honest, it's not that bad of an idea.
Thank you.
Noticing your breath is up now.
I'm gonna pick him up and throw him up one of these things.
Okay, well then. Roll a strength check.
Oh
My
God.
constitution right now is 12.
Please.
Okay, good. You just toss him like 5 feet as he just hits his face directly on the bottom part of the tube.
I'm so happy right now.
As therapeutic as I imagine that was, I don't think that's exactly what he was talking about.
Please.
Climb!
Lester just looks back at you with a bloody nose.
Life goals is Rykor's savagery.
And as
Straight
you
up.
say like this, and you guys are like looking at each other, kind of chuckling, the sound of fluttering wings and plate mail seems to echo around you. That was quite amusing.
Oh, you weren't
Oh,
joking
not
about
again.
the flying wings.
As you look
Can I do
around
another list?
and see directly behind you on the path that you just came from, a man dressed in armor with large black wings, except his head seems to be that of a crow.
Badly, fuck off.
Just whisper to Akiyama that crows were the bad ones, yeah?
As in
Yeah, a little bit.
religion. Yeah, normally. I mean, sometimes it can just be a bit more of a neutral god of death, but yeah, most of the time.
Are you a
It's not very
facilitator?
That would be what I am.
Yeah.
Figured.
Okay, what you doing down here?
Oh my God.
Watching over the potential growths.
Oh. Okay. Carry on.
And, we didn't have any problem with you. So you could just go on our way and you go on yours.
Was you expecting to be a problem?
No, not at all.
Bluff. Bluff. Bluff.
Heavy bluffs.
Well, I only assumed that you guys broke in here and I've already killed 2 facilitators. Or would that be 3 now? I can count these things. It's not my problem, says as he beats his wings and starts to like fly over you guys. And where Astron hit, he removes a handkerchief from his plate armor and begins to wipe that area off. And like tilts his head so his like bird eye can look at it. And kind of gives a nod.
I'm really a stickler for, like, cleanliness, huh?
It's a second step that we can make to godliness.
Exactly. I like this
Oh
one.
no, no, another one. I do say that out loud.
I suppose that it would be prudent for me to kill you all now. No. I honestly couldn't be bothered with something so boring.
Exactly.
Which is why that you're looking over these test tubes of these sleeping giants?
Oh, yes, this is very interesting. So many things that can be done with the possibilities of lost things to us. Did you know that once upon a time, people actually drove in metal vehicles called cars?
What,
That
like
sounds
cons?
like bullshit. I think you're bullshitting us.
Do you mean like cons? It's in the race.
Just shakes his head. So very difficult to find like-minded individuals.
It's not
I'm assuming.
so different. To
I mean,
what
the
we
next
were
thing you're gonna tell
I
us
know
is that they
nothing about
also
these.
had these weird-looking rectangular glass boxes that have like pictures in them, like the one that we found, right, guys?
What are you talking about?
Our old friend, he had like this little glass box that had like pictures in it. It was weird, and like we tried to, and it had like some sort of
God.
As you get to that point of the
Lift your
sentence,
face off the glass.
No, he's holding his nose because it's bleeding.
as you get to this point in your sentence, the sound of the sound barrier almost breaking kind of pops in your ears as this guy's right in front of you. Tell me, where did you find this thing? Where is it? I need to know.
Well,
As he's just
I
like
mean-
leaning into your face, and like he swats your hand away with his wing, puts his hand on your face, and then pulls it out as the clotted blood seems to seep out of your nose, forming into a small pellet as he then pockets it.
Yet another reminder that we burned all of Genghis's things.
Yeah, I was about to get to that.
It's been a while
Well-
since we had one of those. We were due for another one.
It's been a while since.
Been a while!
I don't think that he told me where it was, where he found it.
I don't believe you. And with like a whirlwind, Astron, you're just spun around in a circle until I need you to make a resistance.
Oh, okay.
Roll for bomb.
Alright. You're able to keep your person, and you actually can notice he like begins to go through all your items on your person.
Hey! Slapping his hands. Hey! Hands off the merchandise, okay? That'll be at least 200 gold.
And after the 3 seconds have passed of you just being in this whirlwind of like force and energy, you just like spin back into place, realizing what's happening, you kind of just shrug off the feeling. And, you aren't lying.
Yeah, don't even bother. We burned it with his body.
His feathers
Sounds a bit
begin
of a
to
waste.
ruffle.
Whoops.
You did what?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
kind
no.
of with him on that one. Why would you do that?
You seem to like it a lot. I didn't feel like it was nice, good of us to take it. I felt like we should bury him with his things.
You burned a legendary artifact?
I mean,
How
if
were
it
we
makes you
supposed
feel,
to know it was one?
Well,
I mean, it makes
if you'd never seen anything like that before, like, I know historians who would literally kill for that kind of thing.
But I mean, like, to be honest, he also had like a malfunctioning gun that was just shooting off
What's a
random
gun?
things.
Do you know what a gun is?
Random firearm that was
Do
just
you know what a
shooting off
firearm is?
Firearm.
a random crossbow that shot out
There we go.
lights
I know what that is.
without bolts and and able to reload. That it just did weird things, and then it shot a dusk dove out of the air
Wait a moment.
without provocation.
Precisely 17 seconds ago. Was it you involved in the longsword's destruction?
What's
The
the
what?
long sword?
Can I roll a
It looks
knowledge
like a
check?
metal ship. It was found outside of the plains of isolation.
A big
Oh.
boat.
I don't know what that is. Does anyone know what that is? That doesn't sound like anything.
I
for
don't know
dark.
anything about that myself.
Actually, I'm gonna
I look at
roll a knowledge
Rykor.
dark. I'm gonna roll a knowledge dark just to see if that actually is within dark lore. Just give me a second. Is it within dark lore? The
Oh
long
yeah,
shark
it
or
is.
whatever.
It's been there for a while.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. That's
I
fine.
mean, I
Are they talking about
something
Space
happened
Captain
to us?
Marco?
Did something happen to the longsword? I mean, no. We never went to the longsword as I look to everyone, right? I'm gonna do a sense motive.
Its bird head would just like turn, like its one eye like eyeing each one of you.
Can I do a sense motive to see how everyone's faces are?
I don't even know what that is.
He explained what it was. Some kind of big
Oh, did he?
metal ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiyama's also going to do the sense motive. He's curious about this. He wants to know. He wants the deets.
So, it doesn't seem like most of the people here know anything about it, though Fayana and Rykor seemed abnormally tight-lipped.
You mean, Raya
Raya,
and Rykor.
What did I just say?
Bayana.
Bayana.
Rykor.
That's a first.
Yep. Yeah.
Am I supposed to know
I don't know
something?
how you could ever make that mistake, but
It's because she's not fertile.
Oh,
She's not
my
ever
Akiyama.
fertile.
Yeah.
She might be. No one's willing to take the leap.
Ha!
Yeah, she's Argo.
Doo-doo.
Very-
Shh.
Low charisma.
very true.
Wouldn't even touch.
Oh,
And
mean.
give Astron a few more sessions. Let's see. Anyway,
Like,
I dare you. I, as a player, dare you. I dare you.
I mean, yeah, maybe of like
Go
sheer
ahead.
desperation.
Seriously, do it.
But
Right?
yeah,
Try.
as he starts to look over every single person, he too kind of falls on both Raya and Rykor at this point.
I think you two know something about this.
I'm not saying anything to this crow.
I feel like you should. He seems to be very interested.
I mean, this just kind of sounds interesting anyway. I'd rather like to know.
Cool. We can talk about it later.
But I feel like he really needs to know as I'm nudging over to the crow. He'd probably be really grateful if you told him.
All right. What if we were to make a deal?
Ooh, yes, let's do that.
A deal. What kind of deal?
Information for information.
You give me information about the longsword. This could be possible. What information are you searching?
We'd like to know where a certain artifact within this tower is. How to get it.
Oh, I would not be known as the immortal archiver for nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We'd also like to know the rest of you.
But you would only get one question. If you were fulfilling my one question myself.
Fine, we'll see where it goes from there.
I agree to your terms. Where is the longsword? Were you
Just sort of look around at the rest of the group. Crashed. Somewhere deep within a crevasse somewhere. I don't know the landscape here too well, but it took us many days travel to get
Describe it. Describe the landscape. I might be able to give you something.
Describe the landscape from almost a year ago.
Sand, dunes, large living crab things.
That was after the ship.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anything
That
where
was
you
that was
can
player to player. Don't you dare.
You would know what he's describing to be the oh my goodness, words. The desert. The Black Dunes.
I don't like the way you said dunes.
That sounds like the Black Dunes, yeah.
After the thing was crashed, we traveled through those to get here.
Wait, how is there water for a ship in a desert?
It
There isn't.
flew.
Boats
Flew.
don't fly.
Well, then it probably wasn't a boat.
You said it was a ship.
Mommy and Daddy are talking. As he says that, Akiyama, I need you to make an escape artist.
I fail.
Correct.
As a feather plasters itself hard against your mouth,
Oh gosh.
effectively silencing you.
Makes a few angry mumbles, then kind of quiets down, sits down and pouts.
If I had
Anger
any
Jamie.
other emotion than anger, I would be laughing.
Angry babble.
Well, that suffices for my question. And for yours. What question do you wish to be answered?
We're looking
Good.
for a tome. A book of magic. One that no, looking for the name, sorry.
Oopti and Watab.
Yeah, Ukti and Watab took from a certain mage.
In the swamps.
The mage in the swamp, to be exact.
There are many things that have been taken from mages. If you want your answer to be vague, I can suffice from that.
A
The
tome,
mage
a magical dark book.
from the mage in the swamps. I believe he did tell us his name, right?
Yes, taken from Raceland.
His wings begin to unfurl, and his feathers begin to ruffle and shift. You're looking for the dark book.
Apparently, it has the power. I don't really understand it. Some dark power that would let Raceland control this land and possibly others.
His wings close as he crosses his arms. You realize what you are asking me to tell you. Most people have died for. Not to mention that it would mean betraying the ruler of the facilitators, my king, and the people here, especially Witab and Hatat.
I'm sorry, did we not have a deal?
We did.
His head would slowly arc so his cold, dead crow eyes could just look at Acheron.
Ah, we had a deal.
Escape artist.
Oh my god.
As he flips his wings.
I don't even need to. Yeah, just it. Don't you. I don't even need to roll, but I will just in case. Yeah, I don't need to roll.
He flaps his wings, and much like Akiyama, you just get hit in the face with an impact. As a black wing gets plastered over your lips, effectively silencing you.
Asteron's gonna start trying to pry it off.
Alright, as you attempt to pry it off, you take 3.5 of your magic as magic damage.
I'm sorry, can you... Okay, so... When you say 3.5 of my magic, you saying 3.5% or 3.5? As in my
Times
magic...
3.5.
My magic times 3.5.
Yes.
Okay. A
Okay.
lot.
Oh my god.
Let me calculate that.
77
How dead are you?
That's 77 magic damage.
Is it 77?
Oh my
Your magic
God.
is 22, correct?
Yep, 77.
3.5, 77.
Okay.
Resistance, but it's resistance before the times 3.5, isn't it?
Not in this.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's how it works.
Okay, good to know.
Oh, please don't be dead, dude.
Okay, no, I'm not dead. Just trying to calculate.
Are you unconscious?
68. No, I'm not unconscious either.
Thank Christ.
So as I try to rip it off, and he just puts his hands by his sides and just sits down.
Good boy.
He's starting to speak abyssal under the thing, just cursing up a storm.
Can you teach us how to do that to him?
Depends if you're willing to change patrons. Crow is always in need of more people to follow her.
Anyway, about this accursed book.
He sighs. This very knowledge is enough to get you killed. Are you sure you want to know this?
Kiyoma's just making, like, waving motions. Can't speak the words good.
I am.
It's locked within the Master of the Tower's private chambers on the 5th floor.
Makes sense.
Loft how?
5th floor, that's good to know.
with a special magic binding. Why are you a part of the baneful flame, and your hair seems to be red and on fire? He says to Raya, since Raya asked him a question.
To be honest, not a clue.
Well, technically, you do know, so it's probably.
I feel like you know more than what you say.
I understand. She does not really.
No, you know more than what you're telling him in that situation. Like, you're actively lying.
Well, I died.
If he had eyebrows, they would perk.
If only he knew it was twice. And apparently, that's who offered me the chance to come back.
So the baneful flame rekindles its fire. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Astron holds up his hand.
You may speak, boy. He points at his finger as the feather just lifts slightly up.
Oh my
He
god.
gets to go first.
That was. Let's see. Question. Let me see. Question. What shall I ask you? Let's see. You're a bird man. That much I know. Let's see.
Oh
You
my
got
God.
wings.
You
Got
took
a
too long.
armor.
Here,
And
the feather closes over your mouth. As it
Gillen's
points
raising
to...
his hands.
He does that.
Very good. Manners is nice. He points at Akiyama.
Right. So I suppose if you're answering questions, what's the easiest way of just getting back to Tillith?
Most people have transmuting coins that they bring with them here.
Wait, coins?
Do you mean these coins?
Like that
I'm gonna
coin?
hold one of the ones from the butcher up.
He turns slowly at you. Do you say anything else?
No.
How do you use them?
Excuse you. You now wait your turn.
Right.
Fair enough. I'm gonna lower the coin again.
What did you do with the staff that you took from that city that you've been through? I've always been curious.
Wait, you're asking me that?
His eyes are turned looking at you.
Which staff?
You know exactly which staff I speak. The one that you shouldn't own. The one that belonged to the heretic.
Oh, that one! I didn't really know what to do with it. Kind of just ended up being in my room. I could never actually figure out if it was the real thing or just a replica.
I give
Astron's,
up on taking notes. It's gonna have to wait.
Astron's clapping right now, trying to get his attention.
Asteron.
How do you know about that?
There's many birds, and many
I want to
birds have
intimidate
many
Astron.
voices. May I have it?
I don't have it.
May I have it?
But like, I don't have it to give to you.
May I have it?
What
I'm
did
just
you
waiting.
do with it?
You didn't answer your first question.
He did, actually. That does not answer my question. May I have it?
Well, I don't know what you wanted. So I will give you a firm possibly.
His feathers begin to ruffle when you say that. Very well.
Since you're interested in trading artifacts, and we've established...
He puts a finger to stop you, and then points to Raya.
This guy.
Matter of fact, let's make this formal, he says as he waves his hands, and a carpet kind of moves in, sweeps underneath your guys' feet, followed by wooden chairs as you guys start to stumble back and fall into them, as he puts wooden desk in front of all of you.
I am now sitting in a chair with the butcher still over my shoulder.
I like this. This is a lot
Love
nicer than everything else so far.
Astron's now slamming whatever he's trying to get the bird's attention.
Time out! As he snaps his finger and a sphere goes over Asteron's. Asteron, you're in a sphere devoid of any noise.
It was like
Yes.
the worst punishment for Astron ever.
This really is the best day.
Astron's now clawing at the
I
sphere,
have
trying to get at the
never-
bird guy.
Been more pleased in my life.
Just clawing at the thing.
We can't hear a damn thing.
If I had any sense of humor, I would be cackling.
This is so great. I'm so happy right now.
Ask your question.
Are these the coins you were talking about?
He turns his head as he sits down in a teacher's chair that looks more like a throne kind of manifest behind him as he crosses his hands over his legs. Yes, those seem to be them.
Interesting.
I suppose that you had to kill someone to obtain those.
Didn't kill anyone?
Actually, no. I got them from her.
May I have your firstborn?
Sure.
I know why you did that.
What?
Lesbianism. It's a way to get around that.
Y'all don't know shit! You think she just fucking promised her firstborn away?
Oh no! I described to you what Akiyama's opinion is on the situation. You didn't try to bang him. You must be gay.
So as his attention finally fades from Raya, it then turns to Rykor.
Well, seems as though we've now garnered some amount of trust with one another.
Oh no, I don't trust you at all.
Fine. I wonder if we may move from the trade of information to the trade of something a little more material. You,
Astron's flailing in the sphere.
We're all ignoring you.
No, wait. What exactly are we trying to trade here? We can just ask him how to activate those coins and we're done. We're out. We can go back to Till if we're done.
Not without the other two.
would you be willing to trade the tome we spoke of for an artifact from the longsword?
From what? From the longsword? That's just
An artifact from the longsword.
Oh, baby. Roll a diplomacy with the plus 15.
Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit, what did you fucking keep?
Oh yeah, of course, you've still got the pistol.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
38.
I took the assault rifle. No, yeah, he totally does. He totally does. Because I
Similar
gave
to what
it-
happened to Astron, you guys just blink, and he's out of his chair. Rykor is on his back on the floor, desk thrown to the side. You have something.
Whoa.
You
Bad
have
touch.
something.
Bad
We're gonna
touch.
do this officially. Very
Sensei, oh.
gonna do this very suit and tie, alright?
What do you have? I need to know. What is it? What kind of artifact did you find? Oh.
And so my
NxT.
question, would you be willing to trade the book?
He's like thinking. He just like pecks the ground on each side of your head, like almost like a nervous tick.
Couldn't
Oh my god.
Fine.
couldn't we just
But.
ask him to get the two friends instead? Wouldn't that be way easier?
But. Also, he points his finger to Akiyama, sealing his mouth.
God damn it.
I'm starting to develop a sense of humor.
But I thought Rykor's the worst.
If I am to do this, you have to make sure that you take full responsibility of any outcome that may come to pass.
Akiyama vigorously shakes his head.
Astron's still flailing.
Big no.
Still ignoring.
If you're going to add your own terms, then I shall add mine.
You never had terms. You just asked to trade. This is more of an amendment.
An amendment, then. An artifact for an artifact. Responsibility for travel. We need a way out of this place. Out of the tower and back into the swamps.
Deal.
All of us, without harm.
I already agreed to your terms. No further amendments can be made. He leans off you and extends his wing. Now, for the artifact.
You show me yours and I'll show you mine. We'll be waiting.
Roll resistance.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Ooh.
As you're sent through this whirlwind, similar to Asteron, except you can't
Oh,
see anything.
no.
It's like you're in a hurricane or a tornado. As you finish spinning and fall to the ground, blinking, confused, as the rest of you watch, as the bird creature is just holding on to the small pistol that you once had. An artifact from Lost Radom. Oh, it's still cool to the touch, he says as he brings it and just rubs it against the side of his beak.
Out of character, the lost what?
Lost Adram.
Okay.
You held your word. Very well. I will retrieve the book. The tome shall be yours. No. Means of your escape. As to your terms, I will grant them. Only once you reach to the 6th floor.
So we wait here then for you to return with the book?
I will have the book ready for you at the 6th floor as well as your escape.
Well, we can't very well get there without this one. Putting the Asteron in the bubble.
He turns and kind of moves in front of the bubble as he tilts his head. Have you learned your manners? Which, this is the only thing you've heard since being in here is him talking to you.
Ashton just looks at him. Yes, I've learned my manners now. Where's Luxon?
As you ask this,
You got yourself into your own damn mess.
he looks, turning his head in a complete 90-degree angle like a weird bird. And then pops it back and walks into the sphere as no one else can hear you besides... Well, no one can hear you. As well as him.
Speak, I'm a big betray.
Which, also, you guys didn't even hear him ask his question either. So... Luxon.
Yes. Shaitan came onto Tillith a century ago. Maybe a little more.
This is his true name?
It's the name that he had while he was in the infernal plane. It's what I knew him as. I don't know his true name, neither does he know mine. Didn't have that much trust between us.
This is the Luxon that you speak of that I know of. He resides in Flamekeep.
Flamekeep. Let me do a knowledge dark on that.
Dog. Your dingle.
Even I know what that is.
I'm gonna do a. Is it flame?
No, you were gonna do a knowledge dark. Do your knowledge dark.
Damn it!
Fucking. Oh.
It's certainly.
Oh, you.
dark.
Certainly not on the dark.
Can I roll a knowledge
Good
wisdom
job,
now?
fucker.
Yeah, that's just what you know.
I'll have to look into that. Do you want to ask me a question?
He just says, or keeps doing that as he's looking at you, thinking.
I'm an open book.
Yeah, two open.
What is your true name?
Do that again?
Oh, fuck!
Oh
Say it
my.
What is your true name?
Oh shit.
You got yourself into your own damn mess!
Oh boy.
Astron,
You ain't getting shit
not
from
even really didn't think that it would ever go that far, but then finally like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Before you say it,
yeah?
are you actually going to tell him?
Yes.
Alright, so the scene backs out
Oh, we
as
didn't
you
get to
say
that.
something. As
You don't even get to know it as people, yo.
the bird man seems satisfied after saying a few words, and Asteron gets on all fours and looks like he's barking up to the sky, though in the sphere, so you guys don't hear anything. And after giving a nod and the Birdman saying in other words, Asteron stops and looks up at him, glaring. But the Birdman seems satisfied.
Birdman.
As he steps out, the sphere dissolves. Well, I believe we're all under happy agreements, yes?
Well,
Astron's just looking at the ground.
am I still unable to talk?
Yes.
Ask him what it is.
Oh,
I
oh
want
yeah.
to put my hand up again.
Oh, yes, little boy, one more question. He points at you.
Well, I wanted to ask how we could actually use those coins to get out.
Well, if they're properly charged, all that you need to do is press them and concentrate on the plane that you want to return to.
Right?
How did it feel like to die over and over again?
Excuse me?
How did it feel like?
I thought we retconned that. No, like, I legitimately thought we retconned that. I thought that part never happened.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
getting it.
Uh-oh.
Weird, strange, hey?
Uh-oh. Abort.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Interesting.
I've never died before, and I think if I did, I'd know about it.
Are we done here?
I have a question, actually.
He actually slowly turns, almost expecting this.
It's just something that I was curious about. How did you know so much about Akiyama? Were you watching him?
Weird noises.
Oh my god.
As he looks to you and answers. Hold on. Your question was, how did you know so much about Akiyama? Were you watching him?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my.
I like to keep track of all of the tailed ones.
Alright.
We have never gotten so much useful information.
Never ever.
But for you, my question is, where's the princess?
Fan will just pause and she's
I enjoyed your little cat and mouse game for the last 100 years. Though, I find it odd that you're a normal hero, and she is not. So, where's the princess?
she's Fan will just look around the group nervously. I don't before sighing. She's being held captive. I'm trying to save.
Which I believe this captivity falls in line with. He quickly turns to Riker. Your first line of questioning, does it not?
I'm not going to answer him.
Did you enjoy being a tornado?
Requiem, guys, where you can ask someone if they enjoyed being a tornado. As he takes your silence as the answer and just begins to chuckle to himself. Well, I'll fetch your butcher for you. Enjoy your stay here, for as long as you do. Oh, be careful. There's creatures here that are not as kind as I.
Yeah, we know that by now.
With a great heave of his wings, he flaps. The carpet, the table, the chairs, everything that seemed to be manifested here vanish as if they were never here to begin with. As he flies up into the sky towards what would arbitrarily be the southwest. Meanwhile, after
We should go.
6 to 12 seconds pass by, the feathers on your faces dissolve.
I thought they went away anyway.
No, he was just pulling them up and down when he was ready for you to talk.
Oh. I'm still going with a better idea just to ask him to go get our captive friends.
Hey, Father Sosa, could you come over here and patch me up, please?
It's a remarkably reverent tone for you.
Can you just come over here and patch me up?
Of course. The good stabilizers.
So you
All day.
guys slowly start to try to work out what it is you guys just went through. A lot of things brought up, a lot of secrets unburied. Some truths revealed that haven't been revealed to anyone. As the camera pairs out, moving through the green liquid, past the swollen contents inside, and out, as it gets a bird's eye view,
Oh,
as a couple of black black feathers slowly start to drop into view, as one covers over the screen completely. As that's where we're ending it this week.
Aw.
Yo!
Oh my god.
Asteron has finally been adequately punished for not shutting the fuck up.
Alright, so just 26? That's it?
My
So-
god.
Thank you guys for watching. That was fun.
but that's not 26. Look at it.
Plus
Look up
8.
to it.
21. Plus
It's
Remember-
two rolls.
You can
I see.
follow me at NxT Gamer at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And keep in mind that we do this game at 12:35 every single Sunday, PM CST. So, catch us next week to see how our group is going to traverse through this science amalgamation of horror to try to make their way past the 5th floor and hopefully to the 6th floor to safety and escape. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Finger guns.